Welcome to the 15 days of learning the basics of live streaming, day 5. Hey everyone, welcome to the Certified Academy. My name is Tosin Ekubaigbe, also known as Certified, and I'm so excited to introduce you to the basics of live streaming. For those of you that are just joining us on this challenge, we are currently embarking on a 15-day challenge on learning the basics of live streaming. Feel free to go to our previous videos to catch up. I've created a playlist for that already. In today's class, we'll be looking into our preferred streaming software for this challenge, which is the OBS. If you don't know why it's our preferred software, then you need to go back and watch our previous videos because we discussed all that in the previous video. Now, what is OBS? OBS is a free and open source software for video recording and live streaming. Emphasis on free. Emphasis on free. Hopefully, they don't wake up one day and make it a paid software. I mean, if it's still free for now, so that the view sure doesn't come for us. So we still have access to everything on OBS for free for now. So now let's look at how we can set up OBS on our laptop, whether you are using a Mac or a Windows laptop. It's compatible with both. So let's look at the best way to install OBS on our system. So the first thing you want to do is to open your Google tab and search for OBS Studio. You would see the download, you click on this. So now if you're using a Windows laptop, you click on the Windows logo. If you're using an Apple laptop or Mac, click on the Apple logo. Then on Linux, you click on this pigeon logo. So to download for Windows, you click on this Windows icon and you scroll down. You see download installer, you click on it and your download should begin immediately. So once you're done downloading, you want to go to, for Mac, you do the same thing. For Mac laptop, you want to do the same thing. You click on the Apple logo and go for, so now here's the catch. If you are using a Mac laptop that runs on an Intel processor, that maybe Core i5 or Core i7, then you want to download the Intel installer. But if your Mac is using maybe the M chip, that's Apple's chip, M1, M2, M3, then you download this ARM64 and Apple Silicon installer. So for Mac users, you click on this Apple logo, you click on this, it should start downloading automatically. So you wait for it to download, then you go to the folder, you right click and open. You want to drag this to your application folder. Once you do that, you open your application, then you click on OBS. And there you have it. You go to your downloads. So now you want to right click and run as administrator. You click yes, next, install. So you wait for it to extract all the files and install. This shouldn't take more than a minute or 2 minutes to do. So once it's done installing and you want to launch a OBS, you can just leave it there and click finish. But I always advise that you disable these and click finish. Then you close your tabs, minimize this and go. And you double click on the OBS and it should pop up. So alright, so let's go through the interface. The first thing is the file. So file shows your recording, your settings. So if you have a recording, you can click on show recordings and it takes you there. While edit shows you transform, order, previous scaling, log, and all this. View shows you. So view is how you want your OBS to look like. If I tap this reset, see now that everything has reset back to the default settings of the OBS. Then I can change my full screen interface. I can a lot of things that you can do. The dock. So dock is where your plugins are being kept. If you install a plugin, like this is a plugin, Multiple output is a plugin I installed on OBS, and it's here. So if you install other plugins, this is where you're going to see them on the doc tab. So the profile tab is where you create your profile for accounts. For example, if you have a church, you can create a profile for your church. So what that means is that your templates, your setups, everything will be stored on that profile. And if you have like a gig that you're going for, and the gig is like maybe like a 4 days event where you need to live stream for 4 days, then you can create a profile for that also. You can duplicate, you can rename, import and export. We have the scene collection. So the scene collection is just like the profile for, but this one is basically for just for the scenes. We have the tools. You don't really need anything here for now, so we can skip that. And help, nothing. Yeah, you're good with all these. So now we have the preview and program. Remember what I said in the one that live stream is basically about input and output. So whatever you want to show in your final feed, you can always preview it here before you transition into where to your final feed, which is what the program feed. We have the scenes, we have the source, we have the audio mixer, we have the scene transition, and we have the controls. I know this is looking like quite a whole lot, so we are going to break each one down so that you can understand what everything does. So this is your controls. In your controls, you have your start streaming, your start recording, your start replay buffer, your start virtual camera, studio mode settings, and exits. So these are basically the controls port in here. Then underneath here we have our network. So if you go live, this network bar here shows your network. If it's on green, then it means your network is good. If it's on yellow or amber, it means that the network is average, it's fluctuating, not that good. And if it's showing red, then it means that your network is what's gone and bad. And this is your timer. It shows you how long you've been streaming for. And this is your CPU usage. You always want to check this when you're streaming because you don't want your laptop to overheat. So if your CPU is high, maybe like on 60% or 70%, so you need to stop and check why your CPU is high. So always make sure that you're taking note of that. Then this is the frames per second here. I told you that your camera frame rate should always be the same with your video mixer's frame rate. So right now the OBS frame rate is 30 frames per second. Always make sure that your OBS frame rate is also set to what your video mixer's frame rate. That's all for now. This is for those that are new to this. This is the OBS, and this is how it looks like. I don't want you to get intimidated by the look. With time, we're going to know this like we know ABC. Trust me. That is it on day 5, and I hope you've been able to learn how to install your OBS properly. Tomorrow we're going to take a deep dive into what each set of the settings do, the scene, the source, and the settings to get yourself familiar with. Make sure you have your OBS installed and your laptop ready because the work just began. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, share, and like this video. The challenge is on, guys. See you tomorrow. Bye.